Ladies and gentlemen, we are now alive.
Wait,
Alive?
Alive, you say? I'm still
Wait a
dead
minute.
inside.
Yeah, this does kind of sound a little bit sus, doesn't it? Brownie, would you care to explain?
I will. When you get out of my chair, get out, get out, get out,
Hey,
get out.
this is a comedy show. What can I say?
Mom said it was my turn to stream.
No. This time is Heidi's turn. Your turn is in 2 weeks. Now sit down and eat your vegetables.
I already ate my vegetables.
Mom,
More vegetables.
I need Chris are making a live stream.
Tattletale.
Wait, who's
So how long? So then, who's our representation? What kind of streamer are you? Cotlaw streamer? Cotlaw the streamer? Demonic Warlord! That'd be some shit. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with Pokeception Check, as rightfully saying, and with a sort of new home to a degree, temporary home, new home, where we're still working things out because as those who came by last week know that we had some... I have been working. Give me a break.
You're fine. That's why I was just chiming in real quick. Sorry.
Yes, thank you. Last time. That's why I think I had last time in my head and I said something different. But anyway, we had some major technical issues, and that caused a bit of a rage quit for me, which was definitely not my highlight of the entire things. But with Heidi's idea of this and Kotlow's support, we are going to try the streaming of Pokeception Check with Heidi's channel in mind, and Cot is going to still do the normal D&D stuff with him leading the streaming and me doing the DMing stuff. Plus, at this rate, also, I actually did get one problem at once, I didn't say it, that one person complained that the fact that I was streaming from my end, people could see the surprises. The audience were like, this is going to be good. So now this way, no surprises. Well, spoiled surprises.
Well,
Vote Quimby.
I didn't really see anything because I didn't even watch that stream.
No, that's fair. No, but a while
I
ago,
have Twitch usually open during it, so.
yeah.
I just realized that
basically,
the chat box isn't exactly visible, so we're gonna do that.
as she changes that around. But anyway, let's get on with this because we waited long enough and we need to get back to this. Welcome everyone to Pokeception Check. You must have rolled high to find our quiet little stream. For those of you who are new or returning, allow me to remind you, I am Brownie, your Dungeon Master for tonight, and joining us is the Ragtag crew as you hopefully know and love them. We're joined by Aeon.
Ready to roll.
Caitlin.
Hello.
Caitlin?
There we go. Delayed reaction. Wow, she really got traumatized by the fighting.
I know it says like hi, but apparently I don't think it came through.
Fair enough. Well, an ironic disconnect gave Caitlin the right time to say hello. Joined by Heidi.
Hosting to you live from the Lair of the Maniacs at your service.
Das Floof.
Oh
Okay,
God!
that one vaguely came through.
Barely, yeah. It's cracked. You broke your mic, dude.
I was trying to do the signature Pizza Tower Pepino scream.
I gathered. That's why I just replied to you and just say, noise. I've really been thinking about playing that game, because truth be told, I used to like Wario Land, but that's a story for another day. We're also joined by... I'll see what I can say about it. We're joined by Knight.
Hello!
Dell.
Hoi, everybody!
A returning Lena.
Hey, people.
Yeah, Lena, good to have you back. You didn't really miss much last time.
Yeah, I heard about what happened, so I'm like, okay, well, and here's the funny thing. I woke up thinking that the stream was still going, so I scrolled down to the server and found out that people were gone.
Oops.
What a
So
way to
then
wake up.
I was informed of what happened, and I'm like, God, I feel bad for him.
Oh, yeah, everyone's been feeling bad. We'll try to avoid that. I'll talk maybe a bit more about that afterwards and things, but I'm doing a little better.
But you know what?
Good.
You deserve a hug.
Oh no. Now that you've said
More
that. All right, yeah, more intro. Yeah, while I'm choking to death from maybe multiple hugs in a minute.
Group hug! Yeah!
It's dog pile.
We're joined by Ian.
Watermelon.
Oh God damn it! He brought,
Okay, let's let it go.
God damn
he
it.
brought that one back.
I mean,
He already said he was using it again.
yeah, I mentioned earlier, since we're technically redoing this one, I'm going to reuse the sound effect.
I know. I was trying to make a funny.
Watermelon.
Funnily enough, funny is what I named that sound effect.
Oh, okay. Moving onwards. All right. So, for those who, as rightfully said earlier, last time we had some major technical difficulties, and hopefully, we're going to see if this time it can work a lot better. So, me and Heidi did a small test yesterday, and it came out rather all right, I believe. So, hopefully, we should have no issues.
Yeah, when we did the blurb book
Huzzah.
stream yesterday, I was having a few connection issues, but that's because I wasn't using my hotspot. So now that I am, we shouldn't have any difficulties with connections. So for those of you who saw the little blurb, you're welcome. You got a behind the scenes look.
Still didn't spoil any of the surprises for the session, so either way, just as good.
Yeah.
Now, once more with feeling.
That's the much better, which is why I replied with feeling by going, hoo-ha!
Hoorah!
What the
Anywho's, we've dawdled long enough. I think we need to get back with things. So, we can at least just say that there have been some issues that happened last time, just as the brief recap while I get the creepy little music to come back on and such. I suppose I will have to ask, audience, I hope you're ready to enjoy the show. I do have to just put one disclaimer here as a small heads up.
Yeah.
Because there has actually been something I saw on a few people that some audiences like to backseat a couple of times by saying they should have rolled this and things. All I ask from this point on is if any audience member has feeling like that they should have done something else and things, please do not discredit or push that they should do something. Remember, our players are the one playing the game. Please enjoy the show. That's all I say respectfully.
Yeah.
That and I refuse to read what you're saying.
That also works as well. So I guess in a weird sense, as long as it works out there. So I just figured I'd get that disclaimer out the way because I felt like it was important to do so.
No, that's completely fair. No backseating.
Yeah. Like you can complain. You go afterwards and just go. You can make a joke like afterwards when like a world apocalypse has suddenly formed. You could have gone. That wouldn't have happened if your Arcana checked. Yeah, there's a little difference on that one because that's sort of slapping in the face, going, "Well, I would have done that one, idiot." You know, it suddenly turns into the jokey scenario or the "you paid what you sow." Oh, reap what you sow. Nah.
I'm just here like.
Hey,
silly
we got the point. We got the point.
Yes.
Hey, who knows his
I'm
AP3
just-
1 2 C's?
Thank you. I'm not dying.
You're
Get
welcome.
some water.
Yeah.
I have water with me
you
here.
tried-
I was reaching for it.
Please
Got
don't
you
die on this.
God, are you people trying to kill the DM or something?
No, I nearly killed myself there, but I think I started the conversation. But either way, all I ask is to be respectful, enjoy the show, and, you know, just be respectful to the players. Because you have to remember, this is our campaign. And that also goes for any DMs watching. Please do not say that I'm doing things wrong. Okay? All right, enough. All right, yes, sorry. I had to get that stuff out.
It's fine.
Any
It's fine.
DM say that he's doing it wrong, I will hunt you down and I will end you.
Hey,
Yeah.
all DMs have their own style. This is Chris's style. Deal with it.
Thank you. I'm happy to hear that. Speaking of happy, I know you'll be happy to say I have nothing more to add. So, audience, I hope you're ready to enjoy. Players, are we ready to roll?
Let's do this.
All right. What? Thean, you might be opened the wrong tab. It took you a moment for that one.
I forgot to get my actual die. Okay, now I'm ready.
Oh, fair. All right. Oh, yeah, that one. All right. Is the music coming through loud and clear, by the way, for those who have it on?
Yep, it looks
Yep, I
like it's
can hear it.
coming through.
Yep.
Okay. I admit that was the one thing. Yeah, that was the
Yeah,
one
now I
thing.
hear it.
Perfect. That was the one thing we didn't test, so that was why I was also worried.
Nope, that's all good.
All right. So, recapping the recap. Last time on Pokeception Check, Team Unity were enjoying their time in Slateport and were beginning to unwind after the events where you were... After your events of recovering not only the battleship back under the control of its battlehead of Captain Calypso, and rescuing a surprise encounter with little Holly and a new Absol in her possession of some kind. There were some moments where you were essentially doing what you usually do, resting up, having conversations, in the form of Tycho and Elizabeth, who decided to go out and, after a small little catch-up, they basically went on their own ways to explore for certain factors. You two also encountered a former Team Lone Wolf Grunt, who was basically asking you to maybe look after a Pokemon in that possession before you decided to go back onto your original plan of acquiring some Pokemon. Whilst you two were doing so, the rest of the team were not only giving Holly the 411 and what happened over the past few days, literally happening barely under 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yes, I know, Thean, I'm bad at day keeping.
A lot can happen in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I know.
but technically, Templar's Diary is still going for this past day.
Yes, I'm aware. But, as you guys...
I'm running out of space on the page.
Short version, DM, end the day, hurry! Anyway, as you guys were having some moments to yourselves, a certain event happened involving two people. One was an event where Louise had an encounter with Giratina during a certain daydream that she was having, where she got a little more open. And to Kemplar, it looked like at least a crack in that tough demeanor of a personality was coming through. Whilst that was happening, Holly, on the other hand, was having her own situation, where she was encountering Absol in this special little collection of islands in a daydream, where it was revealed that your Absol in question was a lot more special than you thought, as Sia, the nickname, was chosen to be the next legendary guardian of some kind to take over one of the Swords of Justice, Cobalion. After collecting everyone together, when Sia said that there was some stuff to discuss, it was then revealed to the rest of the group during this daydream, as you guys were all collectively together, that the legendary Pokemon of Unova, or rather the Swords of Justice, was sadly no more, for some reason or another. As a sort of collective moment was going on at the end, you had a run-in with a very familiar friend in the form of Puppet. But Puppet was speaking to all of you with a more sinister-esque tone. And that was where we last left off. So before we get to the others, who have been waiting in this hellscape for some time, who've been probably wondering what plan's happening, we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back to Tycho and Elizabeth, who had an encounter with Tycho encountering a Jupiter, and Elizabeth encountering a Magnemite. Now I've decided we're gonna keep the initiatives we had before because I figured that way because the numbers are still up. I didn't know if they still were, so we're going to still keep the initiatives of you guys if that's okay with you.
Yes.
Yeah. You know what I
So
just
let's see. We
realized?
have what that?
Is that my initiative whenever we did the test stream is the exact same as the initiative I did the previous week.
Yeah, you're right. No, well, sort of. You had 8.15, 8.16, and then 8.13.
Yeah. So either way, I'm still losing.
Well, according to this, it said your initiative is rolled as a number, and then the point is a number out of 100. So I'm guessing that's the tiebreaker number.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
sir.
believe the way that it works is your speed is the first number, then in the decimal places it picks a number between 1 and 99, or 0 and 99. And
Ah.
at the end.
As a DM, I just learned.
The more you know.
Not now. Not now, Rainbow. Hey, did you know the Vaporeon? No.
No!
That is the reason why, and that is the reason why Tycho will never pick up Eevee.
Good night, everybody.
Anyways,
Moving on.
I love that.
Check roll with disadvantage.
Hey.
And I just
Stop
say one
being
last thing.
So
we got-
horny!
Yes. Yes, Heidi.
Okay, so during your recap, we also got a follow for the Lair, Azurozade, I believe. Thank you for following. Be sure to
Woo.
check out the JCG
All right.
on their Twitch.
That's blue, by the way.
Never die.
All right.
Now.
Enough said. So we still have initiatives here, so we still have all this here. Tycho's still going to go first, so I'm going to put the music back on, and we'll get back to our original plan. Yay! There we go. Music back on there. All right, so I apologize on this. We're going to recap a few things and such. So just because we only got one turn out of things and such, Tycho, you essentially did just a charm check to try to get Jupiter to not go into sort of a anger state or battle state, right?
Yeah, at which point I had I got 5 nat 1s.
All right, yeah, and then it looked like it did nothing, but Susie did something. She tried to tempt it.
Well, yeah. But before that, it's yeah, I recovered with Skill Monkey.
Okay, yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, the skill monkey, re-rolling the check, adding a +2, and that gave you the 23. Yeah, so that's what happened, and that was the end. So the Jupiter is basically assessing you at this point with that one, knowing that you are not so much a threat, but it doesn't know what to make of you.
Okay.
All right, so next up, ironically enough, by 1 is the Magnemite.
Well then.
So the Magnemite seeing you, Elizabeth, is literally just going to look at you. You see it spinning. It actually sort of does like a little cartwheel in the air as it looks at you. And then it charges towards you, and it's going to go right at Houndour.
Oh shit! I'm gonna have to pull up the...
Yeah.
Hold on.
Keep-
Oh, there it is. For a second, I couldn't find
Keeping
the
tracks
Death
of-
Nuggets cheat sheet.
Keeping tracks of your inventory.
Right.
That sounded like a Pizza Tower level intro jingle.
And you said he's attacking.
Do, 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 do. There you go. All right, so it's going to go. It's going to go right for a thunder wave.
Oh shit! Is that a special attack or is that a?
No, it's a status. It doesn't miss.
Oh well.
So your hound. So at this point, it charges, and as Death Nugget is preparing itself, it instantly unleashes a small, sharp jolt, which is so quick to see. Death Nugget barely gets a chance to react, and all of a sudden, you watch as Death Nugget just suddenly collapses onto one paw and just looks with this sort of. And at this point, the Magnemite just sort of waves itself up and down like it's sort of happy it did something.
Elizabeth looks at this and she's trying to decide whether she should be amused at the Magnemite's antics or startled that it attacked Houndour. For Death Nugget.
That's fair. All right, well, that's it for its turn. It's not really going to do much else than that. So, Houndour is actually up next. The Duper rolled the lowest.
Oh, the
Well, okay.
Yeah, so so I'll just let you guys know, I basically did come up with a new rule for these battles, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
The idea I decided was it goes in alternate order based off it goes in the speed order, but I do it as like a Pokemon battle where the highest of you guys will go first, then the highest opponent, then the second highest of the player, then the second, so it keeps things alternating between them. If it breaks at any point for the order, it skips to the next person.
Okay.
So it would be a bit of waiting, but at least this way it keeps things consistent.
And that means we have to focus down the really hard trainers at the gym, otherwise we get floored.
True, but they could also be the one who hit you the hardest.
Yeah. So
All
we
right.
gotta focus them so that we don't get floored by them.
DM makes note of that. Theon getting cocky.
Yay!
All right, Elizabeth, off you and Death Nugget go. Could I get a reminder? Let's see, I need to look up paralysis again while you do this. So go ahead, carry on.
Well, I've already initiated the status condition for paralysis on his sheet. So let's see if there's anything I personally could do. Dun, 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 dun.
Why do I want to? No, I don't want to look that up.
Huh.
All right. So, what are we going for, my dear?
I'm not sure yet. I'm trying to look at some of my edges. I have Beastmaster. I wonder if that could be effective at all for the Magnemite.
What does that do?
You may use Intimidate instead of Command to make a Pokemon at 0 or 1 loyalty obey your commands. You may also use Intimidate instead of Command to determine the limits and bonus experience from training.
Okay.
So basically that's like a support skill. That basically helps with training and like making sure a Pokemon does something rather than issuing a statement.
Right.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Speeds out lower by 4. Combat stages at the beginning of each turn. Target is paralyzed. You must roll a DC 5 save check.
Okay, so Elizabeth, I'm going to need you to roll a d20 for me, please.
A straight D20?
5 or higher and you get to play.
Straight d20, no bonuses.
Yeah, 5 or higher you get to play.
Well, Elizabeth... Okay, so this turn continues as normal.
Alright!
Yes!
Oh dear.
She just passed it.
Right.
If she rolled a 4 or lower means you do 4 or lower means you do nothing.
It's a what?
Didn't she get lucky or what, people?
In that
Very.
case,
God, yeah.
Death Nugget is going to use Smaug.
Smog, okay.
Not to be confused
All
with
right.
the Lord of the Rings dragon, right?
Nope, no
Okay.
confusion there at all, sir. Hint, hint.
So 7. Okay. So as you unleash the smog and you give the command, it fires the smog, which being a poison type move, against a steel type does no damage.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Heidi?
as you do this smog, the Magnemite just looks through the smog and does that cartoon blink effect, and then it just flies a little bit up above the smog, and it looks at you, and it does the same motion again.
I'll be honest, I didn't think that it was a physical attack move. I thought it was an actual fog effect that took place.
No, it's an
It's
attack.
not smoke
It-
screen.
yeah. If it's a specific thing that affects the terrain, it will say status.
Hello, my name's Maniacs 3.0, and I don't play Pokemon enough.
Oh,
Aw.
but yet
No,
you've played
it-
Pokemon D&D for nearly 35 episodes.
Shut up!
No,
Hey,
if we
hey,
were
hey.
playing if we were playing in like Gen 1 logic, then the Magnemite would have been pure electrics. It would have been steel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let me, I had something to say to Heidi. We still love you.
No.
Yeah. All right,
For
so
some
Do a
reason,
whole
this
type
does
chart
not,
later.
Anyways. Also, we got a
That's
call
fine,
for
that's
the
fine.
Lair from Orahime. That'd be Dell. Thank you, Dell.
all right. So, is that
Yeah.
it for a little? No, sorry. So
Yeah,
is that
guess
it for
that's all
Hound
I-
Hour,
that-
or what are you
That's all I
doing?
can do until I decrease its health enough for me to catch it.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so that's it for the turn. All right, Dupider's up next.
Okay.
So Dupider and all this, I'm actually going to roll like as if it's a paralyzed check,
Ooh, oh.
just to see if your charm actually did a decent chunk. It did.
Oh. Well.
4. Yeah, I rolled like it's paralyzed, so 5 or lower.
No. 4.
4. All right, so the Dupider are looking at you. You can see bubbles foaming, like it's not sure what to do exactly. It's as if it wants to attack the Zorua that's coming at it, but then it sort of looks at you with this sort of weird sort of "you're being nice to me" approach, and it doesn't know what to do. So let me have a look. So he's not going to do anything, but I need to have a look and see if there's anything he can do. Just because, defensive style and things. It's something to consider.
That was adorable, though.
Yep. All right. You know what? He's actually going to use. Yeah, he's actually going to use. He's just going to use Water Sport. So he's just going to just count the area in water, and basically he's just so he's given him a count that gives him a resistance against fire type moves, and he essentially has basically put you can get the idea. He's just coating himself with water, like he's just sort of like stayed back in some weird way, like he thinks this is reasonable to do.
Aww.
Now, see, if it was the other way around
All right.
against my fire type, that would be effective, but it isn't.
Yep. Yeah. Fun fact, by the way, the Water Sport has another effect in this game, which is if you smack a Pokemon with the move that it's coating itself against, the coat disappears.
Okay, so it's like a one-use shield.
Yes. So, say if Houndour used Ember on the Dupider, it would resist it, but then the shield would be gone.
All right.
So, there you go. Fun fact. I don't know about the rest. I'll have to look those up. All right, so at this point... Yeah, it would. All right, so that's it. Now, top of the round, Tycho, what you doing?
taking note of the Jupiter's, well, taking note of how confused that it's receiving in this kindness. This Tycho is just kneeling down to to be on the same level as the Jupiter. And let's see. Not sure what to do when someone's being nice to you, huh? I know the feeling. Yeah, these sorts of things. I've not been very good with people myself, but you, I feel that you get it too. You know,
it tilts its head.
But hang on, I'm trying to formulate my words here. I got back from a long trip.
It's all right, dude. It's all right.
Yeah. But I have some other people traveling with me, and Pokemon. That's
Zoroa jumps up as you say that.
Yes, especially you, Susie. He pats her head.
All right, just be aware the turns normally last 6 seconds. By the way,
yeah.
It's all right. I'm being fair because you were on your trip, so I'm being more fairer this time. But I think Aeon can attest that D&D turns normally take about 6 to 10 seconds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, but we feel like it's someone and who is as understanding as we are would fit very well in our circle of friends. So I want to ask if you are as capable as you look, would you like to tag along?
Make a charm check.
You know what I'm gonna do instead.
I'm aware. I have to do the DM rules and say what the check is. So
Yes.
You've already charmed it a bit, so I'm going to lower the DC for this.
All right. Because I'm rolling for Pokemon Education instead with Poke-Psychologist and Elemental Connection, which gives
Oh
it a
god damn!
2.
Oh god damn it!
So 66 plus 2 equals.
Oh!
Oh my day!
Is that the highest roll we've gotten
Let's
so
see.
far?
That's a 2,
Holy
a 6, a 4,
shit.
a
I
6,
don't know.
a 4, and a 6 plus a 2.
He rolled 28 out of 36.
God
Plus the
damn.
bonus,
And that
yeah.
plus 2 is a 30.
Okay, for the record, the DC was only 15.
Wow!
Crushed it!
You know what? Because of such a high roll, I think I'm going to do something special for this. Tycho, roll a d10 for me, please.
Oh boy, okay. 7.
7. Okay. Alright, yeah, let's do it like this. I got an idea now. So, as you say these words, the Jupiter instantly, despite the water bubble on its head, it gets teary-eyed and it runs straight at you, clinging to the leg like a big hug. As you do this, because of a roll, the Magnemite hears the words from Tycho and looks back at Elizabeth.
Elizabeth
For
is
this
trying
turn-
to
Yeah.
pat, Houndour on the head and give him the reassurance, like, you did your best. We didn't know.
Okay, well, because of that check, any check from Elizabeth on this next turn gets an automatic +5.
Wow!
Damn.
Thank you,
So,
Tycho.
Tycho, you have a so Tycho, you have a free action because of that as well. Do you want to catch the Jupiter?
Of course.
I don't think with that check I even have to say the catch rate because it's willing.
Yeah. So before he does, is without saying another word, Tycho softly strokes the Dupiter's back, and then shows the Jupiter his last remaining Pokeball in his inventory.
Oh, the last one as well.
Huh?
As he does this, the Jupiter pulls releases the hug, looks at the ball. Oh, it's more generous than it's 10 seconds per round besides 6. Okay. So, as it does this, it nods. It dips its claw into the bubble, pulls out its claw again as it's dripping wet, taps the button on the ball, and goes in.
This is so wholesome. I love it.
And then 1, 2, 3. Congratulations on your Jupiter, my good man. All right, so your Jupiter, just to pass you on this information, is a level 11 Jupiter.
Wow, wait.
If I recall correctly, that's the one that resembles a spider, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it evolves into a Rockwinet at level 22, I want to say, but I feel like that's wrong.
I'll have to look up that information and such. But yeah, so congratulations, bud. I will I'll give you this information.
Alright.
Let me give this let me put this on the thing here. Alright, so while that's going on there,
I don't know how to make another tab of this exact.
I've got that covered. I got that covered.
Okay.
Don't worry. And also, to confirm, Jupiter does evolve at 22.
Yeah, that's in the actual thing, but I'm just gonna check the games.
Oh, I think it's probably multiples of 5 if you're talking about for this.
Normally it is. So I'll double check that right now.
All right, Jupiter.
Yeah, so it's down because, like, for example, the starters for Unova they evolve at 17 normally,
I'm
but
sorry.
mine would technically evolve now.
That was so damn wholesome.
You rolled a 30, dude. I had to give you something for it.
Man.
All right, let's get that token on there.
May I also
And
say that was
all right, I just noticed that. Yeah, I just realized Aeon is still on Jupiter. I still had Aeon with it. He was helping me make this.
Level 20 is when it gets the opportunity.
All right. Okay, bud. I'm putting this. All right. While that's going on there, Elizabeth,
Yes, sir.
what are you doing?
Ah,
Oh, actually, no. The Magnemite would be going. The Magnemite would be going first. I just realized this. So yeah, I will actually. You know, I'm going to roll to see if the Magnemite's going to do something first, just in case.
You gonna try like a paralysis?
I did, and it rolled a 6.
Oh.
Okay.
All right, there you go, bud. That should be available for you now, bud.
Yay.
All right, we'll sort out your nature after the session. All right, so the Magnemite seeing this is just going to look. It's going to look at Elizabeth,
Elizabeth.
and it
is back.
flies down to Houndour's level. Yeah, it floats down to Houndour's level, and it does the same motion again. And as it does a thunder wave around itself, and it just sort of begins to dance around it.
Both
You,
the Hound
you
Dower
think this
and
is
I are
funny,
just
Magnemite?
It's like, this is kind of amusing. You know what?
I have to have some.
Elizabeth looks at the Magnemite and just like she wants to pat it on the head, knowing she'll get electrocuted, but she doesn't, and just kind of chuckles to herself. You know what? You got a sense of humor. I can respect that.
All right. Well, that's his turn. So, Elizabeth, it's your turn now. I'd like you to roll the d20 for me, please, just to see. No. Well, 1 minute. Roll the d20 to see if Houndour is okay, just in case.
Yep, sure. Roll.
This is so wholesome. This went much better than I thought.
15, sir.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. No problems. Go ahead.
Elizabeth is gonna take this.
It's all
turn.
fun and games.
Yeah, she's gonna do something stupid. She's going to touch the Magnemite and pat it on its head.
Oh.
Okay.
She's amused.
So, you tap it on
Magnemite's
its head.
amused.
You tap it on its head. You feel the metallic body of the Magnemite as you pat it on the head. As you do,
Yep, I know.
it smile. It does the happy little eye emotion, sort of like it's happy. You don't get shocked.
Oh! Okay.
This is very juxtaposing of the perilous situation that the others are in.
I was about to say it beforehand. I was like, it's all fun and games and cutesy stuff. Do you realize the others are dealing with the equivalent of a meeting of meeting some kind of oh shit?
Well, Elizabeth
Puts
is
things into
going-
perspective, doesn't it?
Elizabeth is going to hold out a Pokeball as well, and she's going to smile at the Magnemite. You know, I could use an electric type on my team. I kind of had to give one back to a comrade who was away, and I kind of miss the electrocution. I kind of miss it.
As Houndour is just struggling to keep himself going despite generating. He just smiles at you in some ways like
Not yet. So what do you say? Would you like to
So,
join
are
the
you
team?
are you... Okay. Because of this situation, I would like you to roll a charm check and add +5 to it because of Tycho's
yeah.
great wording.
Got it.
Oh.
If
I gotta
Because-
wonder, I gotta wonder, did Liz?
Hold on.
Ouch.
Did it not?
No,
Damn it.
it didn't add it, but I can just add it for you. So an 8 with a nat 1.
Am I? Oh God, am I allowed to do a let me help you with that?
Do you have? Let me help you with that still?
Of course I do.
Is your charm rank 3 or higher? Novice rank or higher?
Yeah, for this it specifically has to be charm.
Shut.
No, it's not.
Charm is not novice or rank 3 and higher.
You know what?
Uh,
You know what?
Hmm?
I can try at least.
Well, you're not there. You're not there.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck right. All right.
Yeah,
wasn't sure if I
you
could
got-
just offer.
You guys
I
are in a
didn't really
dreamscape. How are you?
offer.
You guys are in a dreamscape. How are you helping them from another world?
Suddenly we just had a disturbance of the force.
Okay, in my defense, I was trying to be helpful.
It's all right. All right. You know what, Elizabeth?
hang
I'll
on,
be
I'm-
fair.
As I'm seeing something here, I could
Oh.
probably use.
Oh.
It's magic.
The Look and Learn feature. When you activate Look and Learn, you may gain
Oh.
any of the features listed on page 86 of the core handbook. even though they are the features from other classes. You do not need to meet their normal prerequisites, but you
What?
must meet the prerequisites listed.
Well, do you have
You would have already chosen those when you took that feature. That's not gonna help you find something now.
Okay. Fuck.
Alright. You know what? Because of it being an 8, I'm gonna roll. You know what? I'm gonna roll a percentage. I'll roll a percentage and I'll be fair.
Alright.
Because of how good it is, and because that this thing is generally not trying to do much, it's just doing its thing.
Yeah.
Let's find out. Oh, for God's sake! Low numbers everywhere!
Of all the fucking numbers, really?
It's fine, to be honest. Though in this scenario, for most D100, sometimes it's the higher numbers better, sometimes it's the lower number. Because of how this battle's gone, I am willing to just allow this Magnemite to just say, fuck it, let's go for it. And it's...
You
can get
ball.
the chance to catch it. If you want to catch it, you have the chance to do so.
Yeah!
I've had so much fun on this one. I thought it'd be rude to just, you know...
Yeah, you know what?
So,
Let's do that.
Alright, so you're gonna catch the Magnemite. Alright. So in which case, I get to say my brand new phrase. So, Heidi, end this encounter!
Alright. I throw the Pokeball at the Magnemite, just playfully.
Alright. Just so you still intending to catch, yeah?
I'm intending to catch, but I'm trying to make it look like I'm playing with him.
Alright, so as you throw the ball, he decides he sort of raises the magnets up a little bit, catches it with a small shock of electricity, and then boonk, it hits him on the head, and then congratulations on your Magnemite!
I can
Thank
see
you
it
very
now.
much.
It's like that one scene from that one anime where they tried to catch the paper between their fingers. They miss entirely and it hits them in the head.
And then I fired, and then I missed.
And then I missed. So I threw the ball, and I missed. But the Magnemite caught it, and then he missed. Alright, so congratulations on your Magnemite, and she got the lucky end of one here. She's got a level 14 one.
Wow. Okay then.
That might be the highest level Pokemon amongst most of our party.
Yeah, higher than most.
Alright,
My dogs are going nuts outside my room.
And then a giant bear. Fuck yeah.
Your dogs are going nuts because they see a squirrel and they want to chase the squirrel.
What the
And he was going like this.
Just watch.
Alright. Okay, there we go. So there should... Alright, so there you go. So that should be available for both of you two right now.
Perfect.
Just confirm that you have those.
Yep.
And if I've done that right, there should be a token still with you. Fair enough. Well, you're about to see the moves that thing had, by the way.
Oh, wait, hang on.
Okay, so new Thunder Wave was 1.
Do you want me to list them so you're aware?
Nope! Let's
No,
keep
man,
this.
it had to be a
Well,
surprise.
it's those who are watching the stream will already have seen it, but holy crap, I'm gonna have some fun with this.
Oh, it's going to be such fun. All right, so the encounter's over, you two. Congratulations on both your catches because of Tycho's incredible roll.
Man.
All right.
And here you were complaining.
All right, so at this
point,
point,
My boy still got it.
Heidi, I believe you owe Floop a gigantic thank you.
Oh, he's gonna get more than a thank you, believe me.
all right. So the encounter's over, you two. So what do you do?
Tycho and Susie will step out of the brush there.
Insert turning the other direction in red and blue just to find another Pokemon.
God.
No, not that cheap yet.
You
Yeah.
can do that in the DS games, Game Boy games.
I know. All right,
And
carry on, my friends.
And he'll meet up with he'll meet up with Liz and Wave.
Elizabeth just kind of salutes
And
him.
of course.
She salutes you back.
Well, he was waving to her. But-
Yeah, it's her form. It's her form of hello.
So, I assume you were looking for more friends too.
Yeah, you could call it that, yeah. I'll trust you as successful.
Sandower goes back to one paw again.
Right, we
You
should
might
get
you might
to
want
Pokemon
you might
Center.
want to pay attention to your dog.
Right, we need to get him to a Poké Center. I pick up
And
Dustin
Susie
again.
is
Come on, you. Let's get back to the others.
Well, I mean,
Oh.
they do call Growlithe the puppy Pokemon, so they technically would kind of know that.
He was a good pupper.
Growlithe is always best dog.
yeah. While they're walking back, Tycho just asks, "So, what did you catch?"
Magnemite. What about you?
To my surprise, a Dupider.
Nice.
I never. I mean, I knew that it could be land dwellers, but I didn't know. I didn't expect to see one in this far from the water.
Well, I mean, since it makes a bit of sense since they are partial bug type.
It is. Which I need to ask. Would you like to name mine this time? Yeah, he's starting to sound a little guilty about not giving her the chance to name his Magikarp.
You sure?
As long as you're sure about it, I have no problem.
Well, I'd be honored. That is, if you'd like to name my Magnemite.
Oh.
He's blushing a little now.
Oh, whoops! I forgot to remove that grammar.
Just
Yep. Sorry, carry on. I ruined the moment. I'm sorry.
You know what? I would. How about to name that Magnemite? It's Ion. That is spelled I-O-N.
Ion. I like it.
Zora just jumps up and down at the mention of Ion, just like.
I know you're excited, so am I. Now what about you?
Well, that depends. What gender is the Dupider? Dupider.
Oh yeah, good question. What is the Dupider?
Did I not put it in? Did I not put it in the thing?
Okay. Wait, no.
It's a coin flip 50-50.
I didn't. No, you didn't put it in.
All right. In which case, the DM's going to decide that right now.
Right.
Coin flip.
It is. It's a boy.
Congratulations!
It's a boy!
And the blue balloons just start flying everywhere.
No, blue drift blims.
Oh God!
Drifblim. Wait, no, that's not shiny Drifblim.
Yeah, shiny's yellow. That's my boy. Throws Jupiter's Pokeball. No, my boy.
Father
hell. I love that.
Yeah, well,
Shout out to Tomska.
well,
Anyways,
it's a well,
so it's a boy.
The new Python card is a boy.
How about... Oh dear.
The silence is deafening.
Listen, coming up with a name is hard, okay? Cut me a bit of slack.
Edward. No.
No, please don't.
Ah, fuck, what's that penguin
I'm sorry for
name
putting
from
you on the
Hello
spot
Kitty
like this, Heidi.
Friends from Sanrio. What's the penguin's name?
I'm sorry for putting you on the spot like this, Heidi.
No, it's fine.
The penguin.
Ladies and gentlemen, the stream
penguin
is
from
going
Hello
to be
Kitty?
switching over just... Actually, no, it doesn't. I can use my other... Haha, crap.
Are you talking about the little blue penguin from Hello Kitty's Fairy Tale Theater?
Yeah. I'm looking it up right now.
Okay. I just want clarification because I'm seeing Hello Kitty. So I just want clarification.
Tuxedo Sam. No, can't have Tuxedo Sam. That's too... That is... That is way
Tuxedo
too...
Sam, I
No.
love
No. We're going to have...
We could shorten it to Tux.
Alright, Tux it is!
No.
All right. A name with 3 letters for Magnemite. A name with 3 letters for Dupiter.
There we go!
I guess that works out. So, ladies and gentlemen to the world, we have the introduction of Ion the Magnemite and Tux the Jupiter.
Yeah.
Oh. So, as you guys are approaching the Pokemon Center, you do get greeted outside by somebody. As you're approaching. As outside, not that figure. You know what? I'll just use this as a makeshift token because I didn't actually get one in time. It's not this figure, but it's a different token I didn't plan ahead of time.
Okay.
So I'll just say out comes a random female with ginger-colored hair. She rushes out just like as you're approaching. Just goes, "Oh, wait! Are you two from Team Unity?"
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Look, because I've been asked to come find you. Your friends are in trouble.
Trouble?
Huh?
Come inside. I'll explain everything.
Right. Elizabeth is the first
And
one.
he rushes in with her.
Okay, so as you both rush in, we'll go back to the room here, or the set of rooms here. So you guys are approaching from down here.
Everybody's T-posing.
Yeah.
The dominant host.
Get him! Get him out of here! Get him out of here! All right. So as you are approaching the rooms, the figure gives you the situation. Just goes, well, you see, I was asked to come and basically pass on that something was apparently discovered by Nurse Joy. I was here to ask you that. When I tried to knock on the room and got nothing, all of a sudden there was just the sound of sort of, and as she says this, all of a sudden there is something heard from the other side of the room, and you hear.
Oh, hell no! Elizabeth hears that and she's kicking the door down.
The door doesn't budge.
She tries again.
The old Tennessee doorknob.
If you want, okay. If you want to try and knock this door and make some work it, you can use athletics. If you want to try and knock it down or make some force on the door.
Vandalism, let's go! Oh.
12, not 1, not 6. Okay. The door sort of comes a bit loose, but it's still not quite there.
Alright, time for Tycho to do the same thing.
Alright, roll another check for me, Tycho.
Okay.
Do I have to roll again, or?
We'll let Tycho do a roll first and see what happens.
Alright.
Oh, for heaven's sake, you're doing it wrong! And there he goes. Then he goes for it.
Oh, with a 12 again!
But no, here's the thing. It's not tainted with a nat 1 this time, so he's fine.
Oh, he's slightly better. So he runs a bit more harder, but it's still not enough. It's still there, but there is a gap where you can look through, but it's not quite there. The figure just looks and just goes, "I'll go get Nurse Joy. Keep trying."
All right.
You got it.
All right. And at this point, since essentially
Can you
Dust
see in
Dungeon
there?
is paralyzed, Elizabeth's going to actually bring out Ion to help with this.
Hey!
Magnemite, and it begins to jump up and down a little bit again.
All right, Ion.
So
We need
Magna.
to get in.
Magnemite. It sort of nods a little bit, and it gets in the way. What are you having it do?
We're gonna use supersonic.
You're gonna use supersonic on the door.
Yes.
It's like I'm supersonic racing.
Okay.
Right on the ground. Sorry.
Okay. You launch the supersonic on a door, a standard door.
Why? I could understand if this was in the heat of the moment, but
I was hoping that the frequencies would kind of shatter the door open, but no.
It's a standard door. It's not actually, yeah, it does have it's electronic type of thing. So I guess in a weird sense, maybe, but not from this side.
Damn it.
it's a door.
Oh, Aeon, D&D stuff again.
Oh, goody.
The team can take down mighty dragons, mighty orcs, and fell continents, but can't open a door.
Damn fucking doors.
The Magnemite does the confusion, and then looks back at you.
I gotta ask this. How
Yes.
sad is it that they can slay dragons, hill giants, and all that, but they can't defeat one freaking door?
That's D&D!
If you ask me, this situation has gotten adorable.
Yeah, they did try it. It's not opening.
All right, I'm gonna look actually through.
Someone please
his-
whack him.
No.
Later. Oh,
Okay, tackle
Heidi,
is-
what did you say you do? What did you say you were doing, Heidi?
Oh, I thought.
Heidi.
Yeah, I thought that was.
No. No worries. Yeah, no response from the supersonic.
I figured. I thought Tycho was saying something honestly, so that's why I shut up.
Okay. Okay, but Tycho does squint at Elizabeth, and just goes, "What were you expecting that to do?"
Elizabeth gives no response. She's
Okay,
not exactly the brainy type.
And so Tycho is going to take a look at what he is able to see through the gap made in the door.
You're gonna look through the gap?
Yes.
Okay.
I know you're
I
gonna
was.
say,
This. Actually, no. I did say there was a gap you could see through.
oh, okay.
As you look through, you see the sight of Holly on the ground, covered in a black aura.
What the? Holly? What the? What in this entire region is going on?
What about Holly? What do you see?
She is on the ground, knocked out, and covered in a black something.
Mama Ursaring takes over, and I start beating the door down again.
Okay, roll another roll another athletics check. Oh, yes, Luff?
No, I was gonna say he is getting out of the way of this.
Fair enough. All right, because of this being Mama Ursaling, roll again with advantage if you want.
There we go.
Oh my god! What is?
On.
I don't know if that's impressive or not, but that's fair enough. You rolled 4 different numbers, by the way.
What?
The first was a 3 and a 5, and the second was a 6 and a 1. Wait, hang on. Wait, what? Wait,
What?
why was one F? Wait, why was one F? Oh, 3 dice. Duh.
Yeah, 3 dice.
She rolled a 3 on that. Okay, so the only number who didn't show up to the party was 1 and 4. 4. Setsup.
Oh.
All right. I will say because it's weakened enough, you do bust the door down.
All right.
And as you look, you see the entire group all covered in this familiar, in a similar black aura than what Holly was covered in. But there appears to be no sign of anything else in the room.
What is this horror movie BS?
Crikey! It's like they're in some sort of coma.
Do we dare to touch that stuff?
I don't know.
We won't know what happens just standing around. So, touch it?
No, don't touch it yet. I'm gonna look. I suspect this has something to do with Louise or Absol. So I'm gonna make my way through the bodies and try to inspect them, see if there's anything coming off of them.
Okay, make either occult or perception.
Check.
Ah!
They're both the same.
Your
either
choice.
Way, so
Pick your poison, I guess.
yeah, we're doing occult.
Occult, huh? Okay. Is it the? Aeon's asked an important question. Since I never went into that detail, it's just the trainers. The Pokémon don't seem to be acting. They're just standing still.
T-posing?
Not T-posing. They're just standing. They're just standing there, not even moving.
I know. I'm just messing around.
I know. 11. There doesn't seem to be any sign of like occultness coming off of this, but you do see something. You see one of Louisa's Pokeballs glowing a bit more menacingly in her pocket.
Elizabeth cocks her head to one side, thinking, yeah, that's not normal. And tentatively, she's going to reach out and try to get it from her pocket.
You reach for the ball?
Not
As you-
unprotected. I first want to grab it from it when it's still inside her pocket.
So you're trying to jab it out of the pocket?
Yeah, without physically touching it.
As you approach the pocket, Ah, it's not nice to pry on someone else's possessions.
Tycho is just. You didn't hear that.
Sorry, it took me a bit to realize that. Okay,
What?
sorry, carry on, sorry.
Immediately, Elizabeth's fight or fight senses kick in, and she turns around and starts assuming a fighting position, trying to identify where the noise is coming from so she can punch it.
You hear it all around. You hear it all around you.
Coward. Playing mind tricks is a coward's way out. I hope you realize that.
Cowardly? I don't see it as that. More the fact of I'm just borrowing something.
You sure have a funny way of borrowing if you're going to be borrowing the souls of our friends, which I'm going to
Souls?
assume is what's going on here.
Oh, my sweet dear child. You obviously don't seem to know what you're dealing with, do you? First of all, not souls. I'm borrowing some... I say the right word would be... some acceptance.
What kind of acceptance?
A little sus.
The acceptance of something I need.
Elizabeth
And
is in shock.
as floating above Louise is an astral-style projection of Giratina.
Takes bearing witness to this. Tycho is pretty scared.
He glances down at this.
Liz, what did you do?
I don't know, but I regret it now.
Regret. Such a trivial human emotion. Makes people regret the simple things that have happened in this world. Even decisions. And glances at you, Elizabeth.
Elizabeth
Huh?
tries to put on a brave face and just kind of glares at him.
Bravado. Such another one. But I guess there's no need.
Stop speaking in riddles. What are you doing with
Yes.
our friends?
Yes, you are ruining a perfectly peaceful evening.
Nice to know you can make humor in the form of technically death itself. I don't know if I should applaud that, or say that you're slightly naive. But regardless, to answer your question, I'm just borrowing from a friend of mine. And looks down at Louise.
What do you want with her?
The idea to dream and live again.
To Pokemon Dream.
Fuck you.
Stupid question.
An honest question is always the stupid question.
True. You're not wrong. But it looks at you and as you say this, it begins to fly a little bit around the room. It hovering around everyone, first going over Momoko, then over Kemplar and stopping for a brief moment. You see, I have no need for what happens to her, but she is giving me exactly what I desire and what I have been waiting for.
Waiting for what?
Are you familiar with the term of hiding secrets? I believe you humans say the saying, skeletons in a closet.
Well, wouldn't you like to know?
Oh, but I do. For that's what I've been waiting for. Glances back at Elizabeth again.
Why does it keep looking at me? It's just unnerving.
It flies and hovers right in front of you as you say that. Because, my dear,
Oh god, jump scare moment!
you were the first.
First? Now hold on a second! I have nothing to do with you! I've lived in Howin my entire life! You're from a different region!
My dear, you misunderstand oh so much.
Well, now Tycho is both scared and confused.
As that happens, it glances over at Arlen and hovers over him. This one was the second. Then flies over to Holly, and this one's the third.
Oh dear god, not the counting.
What is going on?
Not
Would you like... Yeah, as this happens here, it glances over and looks down at you both again, goes, but since you obviously have not pieced things together, how about I just show you instead? And as that happens, the whole room goes dark. And as this happens, to the rest of you now.
Oh boy.
I've been waiting
my
very patiently. Thank you very much for your time. The rest of you in this scape, you all see Puppet just floating there. As this happens, slowly it drifts towards the group, ever so gently, just looking at Louise.
I just look back at Puppet, very bewildered, confused, and cautious. What are you doing here?
I've come for you.
Me?
Yes.
Why?
Because my friend wants you.
You're Garatina?
You know my friend's name? Oh, I'm so glad to hear.
Oh shit, they're in cahoots.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't realize this until now?
But
Shut up.
you're not. I give Puppet a firm expression. You're not making sense. How do you know Garatina?
Sia, hearing this, looks over at you, Louise, and looks back. Because this one's Giratina's chosen.
I close my eyes. I had a feeling. I just wasn't sure until now.
Puppet, hearing this, nods and just goes, "Yep. You see, Giratina's been sort of lonely. He said that if I helped him, he could actually become my friend. He said he could give me the power so I could actually protect the rest of my friends."
What? Is that why you've been following me all this time?
Oh no, not the whole time.
Then
Truthfully, it did start off like that, but not the way that you think. You see, Giratina actually asked me to keep an eye on you. It was only recently I discovered exactly what he wanted me to ask for you for. Well, not to an extent of things. He just said he needed you to come here so that way he could speak to you.
What more does he have to say to me?
Sia, at this point, jumps in front of Holly to protect. And it looks over at Puppet with this sort of look and goes, "You obviously don't get it, young child."
Don't get what?
That I get the feeling this has all been one trap. As he says that, Tycho and Elizabeth appear right on the island to the, let's see, I think, I'm trying to remember my exact ones here. Let's see. Oh, actually, yeah. You guys appear on the island behind Shuppet. So you actually appear right behind him, both of you together. So as this happens, you two suddenly open your eyes and you are suddenly greeted with a ginormous back of Puppet and the sight of your friends with Absol standing right in front of Holly.
What? Elizabeth just looks around this mindscape and it just completely discombobulated.
Puppet turns back at hearing your reaction a bit there, and he goes, "Oh, the rest of them! Oh, this is perfect! All of you are here!" Sia, at this point, looks back over to the rest of you all and goes, "Are you familiar with Giratina exactly? Like what he represents?"
Giratina? Oh, can I? Right.
For those of you who want to, make a Pokemon education check, except Tycho and Elizabeth.
All right.
I love that everyone else has been so quiet, but I don't know if that's you're interested, you're shocked, or you generally don't know what to do.
In my case, it was because I forgot I was muted.
Oh shit, I was muted too.
Hey, there we go.
Well, that answers that question. Well, now you're all together. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Oh,
I had 2 6s. Damn.
Do I need to make a roll too?
I mean, it depends. I would say for you, I would say yes, but if you get the higher result, it's going to mean something different.
All right. Pokemon education, right?
Bro,
Yeah.
I got 2 nat 1s in that row. Kill me.
Oh. 15. Okay, I need to know who rolled the highest.
That was Arlen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alan.
I
Okay.
assume I'm on business.
Yeah, probably. All right. Aeon. Or should I say Arlen? Sorry, my apologies.
Cheers.
So, Arlen, when the name comes through, you get a little more information. The rest of you all seem to know the idea of Giratina being one of the the legendary trio from the Sinnoh region, said to represent the distortion world. It is said that his existence is said to be in a messed up place, whether for the sake of his own design or just because of time itself. That's the info you get. Arlen, with the slightly higher, you get one more bit of information. You recall hearing in one of your studies that studying up the Pokemon forms at one point, you remembered a fact that Giratina is said to also represent the form of the Grim Reaper, death itself.
Ooh.
So who wants to do the death whistle from Puss in Boots too?
Thank you. Moving onwards. So yeah, see ya. Not now! Not now! Not now!
It's actually a good whistle.
I'm muting him. All right. So, Arlen, with that information, you can convey that if you wish. The rest of you all know this fact, but Aeon's character is the only one who knows about the death part, so it's up to Aeon if he wants to share that.
Isn't Giratina like the avatar of death, essentially?
You are wise. Yes. And there is a high chance involving death itself, and glances over at Louise. Puppet nods in response, going, "Yep. Sorry to say, I'm afraid we, I don't know how to put this, but, you,
We're all fucked.
You kinda died, Louise."
Kind of?
She what?
My eyes widen. Died.
But she's here. She's here with us. It's alive. So how?
Well, oh, that's actually due to Giratina. Wait, did he not tell the story yet?
What story?
The story of how he came to be.
Hey, tell me what happened.
Well, I'm a bit fuzzy on some of the details too, but I can tell you what I remember. You see, it all started on Mount Pyre. You see, you came in rather upset and scared. You were quite young, I think, if I remember, and you came up to the pier of Mount. You came up to the top of Mount Pyre. You were there, and you said that you wanted to go back. You wanted to fix a mistake, but no one knew what you even did. You didn't say anything. Then all of a sudden, well, I caught wind of this and came over, and when I did, you were on the ground with your head buried into a grave.
Who's... just my head?
Yeah, just your head. The rest of your body was sticking out of the ground.
Whose grave was it?
Let's see. If I remember, I think it was a Silverstone? Something like that.
Huh? Then who? Then I stare Puppet right in the eyes. My expression kind of a mix of, not sure. not sure how to describe it. Shock, anger, sorrow. She's not sure what to feel in this moment. Who is Louise Mannerwisp then?
Louise Mannerwisp? Oh, You know, I don't actually know. That was my idea.
Oh shit.
As Puppets, and that voice comes out of Puppet's mouth. Puppet blinks and is like, huh? What was that?
Wait, is it possible for ghosts to possess ghosts?
I don't know. It's possible when you're the one who's controlling things.
Okay, thank you, Garatina.
So, Sia at this point look. So Sia was me. So Sia looks over the rest of you as this is going on, just goes, "The rest of you, get back now!" Yes.
I was just gonna say,
Yeah.
so much is happening.
Yeah. At this point, Elizabeth and Tycho, with where you guys are, things are a little more difficult.
And
Yeah, where are we supposed to go? We're on an island.
Oh yeah, they haven't done the trial yet.
While he watches all of this, Tycho is just leans to the side a little, toward Elizabeth and goes, "If we die, just know that I have tolerated you the most on this team."
Tolerated, really?
Tycho's way of saying "I love you."
If this were any other situation,
Let the ship sail again!
If this were any other situation, Elizabeth would have slapped him into next week. But given the current situation,
fair.
she just gives him a look that says, "Are you serious right now?"
What?
Let the ship sail again.
What were you expecting me to say?
I was expecting some common sense out of you.
Puppet turns to look in your direction. Oh, I didn't realize that you were both here.
Wait a minute.
Give it-
Wait, didn't he acknowledge them earlier?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. But you forgot. You're now discovering that he was sort of getting another voice.
Oh yeah.
No guarantee who noticed them. Yes, I thought this through. Fuck you.
We didn't
So
say
if-
you didn't.
Yeah, so at this point, Puppet just sort of goes, "Oh, maybe it'd be better if you joined your friends, I guess." And all of a sudden, there is a light that shines from the two islands here and here.
Wait, which ones?
The top two up here. Can you see my blinking?
No, I can't.
No.
Oh,
this one?
Oh,
wait.
there we go.
Yep, that one, and the one to the left.
Oh, the one to the left. Okay.
So
Yeah,
this one and
that's the two. Yep.
That one and
oh.
that one.
Yeah. The one. Okay, so it's the top three, but not the one Puppet's on.
Oh,
Got
okay.
this one and
This
that one.
and this one.
The one that looks like the Laddie twins are together, and then the one that kind of looks like the United Kingdom with Ireland on the side.
Yep, that's the one.
That works.
All right. Oh, where was my music for this?
I ate it.
Oh, God damn it! Give it back!
Okay, hang on.
Thank you. Thank you.
Can we keep it
There we go.
PG-13, please?
Okay,
All
fair
right.
enough.
So, all of us, as this happens, two voices echo out from it. It just goes, "This has gone far enough! I can't watch this anymore!"
Ah!
I agree. I can't stand by now. This has gone too far. And all of a sudden...
Hello.
I have a silly voice for one of them, but I'm not going to use it.
Please don't! You see a humongous Camerupt that is towering, basically even bigger than Puppet. And a smaller... Yeah.
Yo, finally my favorite well, I guess second favorite dragon, my Altaria, yeah!
Altaria!
Anyway, so as this happens, the Camerupt then looks over and just goes, "You understand this place is a sacred ground. What is going..." And glances over. "Humans?"
We have nothing to do with this!
Yeah, we have literally no idea what's happening anymore, I'm sorry.
Interesting. And Altaria looks over, "You can calm down now. I'm sure there's a good reason that Sia has brought them here. Isn't that right?" "Yes, I'm sorry. This was my doing. I needed to tell them exactly my situation for the fact that I have bonded with one of these humans." "Excuse me? Bonded? Who?"
I think he might be referring to me. Holly says,
You?
she says, like, slightly raising her hand nervously.
"You?" And rushes over to stand in front of Sia. "Sia, do you understand what you have done? You're not supposed to! You are a sword of justice! You are one to be in the making!" "And I'm aware of that. But I'm still an Absol as of this point. Your wording is nothing more than conjecture at this point." "Conjecture?" Now, calm down, Camerupt. As the Altaria intervenes. Puppet, at this point, glides over in front of Louise. and at this point, the Altaria beeps up and just goes, "Now, I'm sure there's another reason, but why is he here?" Glances over at the Shuppet. "Oh, well, I came here because I was looking for my friend, and my friend was here." Looks over at Louise.
I look at Puppet and nod.
"Friend, huh? Oh, my poor child, I understand what's going on here." And the Altaria gracefully glides over. Almost getting away of the other two humans that it just saw nearby. "Do not be alarmed. We are here just to get to the bottom of things. We caught wind that there was some situation happening here, so we thought we'd check it out."
No, I'm just confused more than anything else.
Liz just bonks Tycho on
Perhaps
the head and just goes, "Shut up! We don't know what's going on either!"
Perhaps it's best if I talk about... Wait a second. Where's our... Oh, Arlen's rushed behind Momoko!
There was a camera up rushing towards me. I moved.
I mean, when I Holly's kind of just trembling and feeling
So you decide to use Momoko as a human shield.
You were closest.
Momoko will remember that.
The Pokegods demand a sacrifice.
Yeah. Oh yes, she will remember it.
Well, we'll see.
She
So,
will.
So at this point, the Altaria sort of gracefully bows at this point and just goes, "Forgive the introductions, but perhaps it's best if we introduce ourselves properly. I am Cloudburst. I am the chosen descendant of Rayquaza. And him over there, I'm Magma Bomb! I'm the descendant of Groudon."
You don't say, says Liz, almost sardonically, but also still kind of terrified.
Please, Liz, don't make him more mad.
It's a gut reaction, Ollie. I can't help it.
The camera up looks over, and you watch as one of the rocks on its head, on the back, gently points in your direction.
Oh, God.
He really didn't mean it. Please.
Elizabeth, shut up.
You first.
Magma Bomb, calm down. Just for clarity, by the way, in case it wasn't heard in the the voices, the Altaria is named Cloudburst, and the Camerupt is Magma Bomb.
Let me put those under the friends category.
What, you gonna make friends with these guys?
This is
friends.
Yeah, it's true. Louisa said that. I appreciate that one. Yeah. So at this point, the Altaria just goes, "Perhaps it's best if we explain things, because to be honest, he shouldn't be here."
I'm guessing is this about Giratina?
You bet it is. That fool didn't understand the whole concept behind everything. We Pokemon are supposed to keep things balanced for the Pokemon side of this whole world. And that Giratina decides to intervene and revive an innocent child! Should not have happened!
I guess that kind of brings me to the other question. How did Louise die? And how did she get brought back?
I want to know that too. And why do I not have my memories of my past life?
The Altaria just sighs a little bit and just goes, "My dear, that was our intervention. But not for the reason that you think it is. At least allow us to explain. It's the least we should do for this scenario. We didn't expect it would ever come to this. You see, when we caught wind that a child had wandered to Mount Pyre, we were curious by the situation. Or rather, I was. Magma was not interested in the slightest. Yeah! I have my own priorities to worry about than some silly human who goes to a little mountaintop. That mountaintop is a grave site. What do you expect it? Pah! But anyway, old Featherhead is right. So we got curious to watch the entire thing, and we admittedly saw what happened. During your temper, shall we call it, you ended up winding into a gravestone of a child by the name of Louise Manowisp. Oh, sorry, I got the wrong wording. Please excuse me. My notes. I looked at the head. Refresh.
You got your tongue wrapped around your eye teeth and you couldn't see what you were saying.
No, I could see what I was.
Okay, to quote Markiplier. Okay, hold on. To quote Markiplier from Octodad, rewind. That never happened.
Oh yeah.
Okay, rewind.
Thank you. But yes, you ended up knocking over some family's heirloom of some kind, and it unleashed this thing, and looks over at Puppet. As Puppet looks over, just goes, "Oh, is that what happened? I don't remember that." Because you spawned a bit away when it happened. They were the ashes of some falling. They were the ashes of a sadly passed child, and thus you were created, so to speak. You mean I was born from? Wow, that's disturbing. And at this point, Sia looks over. At this point, and goes, "Admittedly, I caught some partial wind of this myself. It's actually the reason I came over to Hoenn to begin with."
Okay, this just went from wholesome to morbid.
"I'm sorry, young one." Looks over at you, Momoko, and you say that. I know that wasn't.
Seriously, quote Thanos.
No, in all honesty, that wasn't me as Momoko. That was just me.
Ah, sorry, my bad.
It's okay, but yeah, this went from wholesome to freaking morbid.
I have to put the story in. I'm sorry, it makes sense. But carrying on with the story, I
You
can't.
don't have to apologize. You don't have to apologize. I was just making a statement. That's all.
No worries. So Momoko, Sia looks around, and just goes, "One of the first tasks I got when I was chosen by Kobalion was to essentially seek out this situation. I don't know the entire details of the whole thing, but apparently that child was somehow connected to Giratina. Considering he's locked away in the distortion world most of the time, that would seem impossible for him to have some kind of a connection. But then... Oh. Sorry. It's alright. But involving that, all of a sudden, you got attacked. My child." Looks over at you, Louise. "During the entire situation that happened, you essentially got attacked in the back by a dust noir. It's alright. But involving it didn't like the way that you were thrashing around near the grave sites and saw you in that state. It decided to take you out of the misery, so to speak."
Then,
So,
then how am I here now?
That would be due to Giratina, I'm afraid. Puppet at this point looks and goes, "Wait, you mean he did that? Oh, I didn't know he was that." "Shut up and let me get my word in now." "Yes," as Giratina speaks through Puppet's mouth, "that was my doing. After I got knocked loose from that cursed urn, or a part of my spirit, it needed to find a new host. Fortunately, your spirit was still lingering long enough within your carcass of a body. I needed to borrow it. You subconsciously let me in and allowed me to persuade your body with some of my own powers in order to give you a second chance in life. But I didn't want you to revive as the little girl who once knew. And thus, I made a partial arrangement with the other Guardians." And at that point, Altaria nods with a sort of sad look on its face. "Concerning that all of the legendaries were caught by other trainers before, there needed to have been a new host of the distortion world. We allowed Giratina to essentially exist again, and in time he would regain his body to stay in the distortion world to keep an eye on things so it doesn't leak out into the human world. In exchange for that, we sadly took away the memories that you had, so it couldn't be helped any further." I'm sorry if this is a lot for you.
Where? Why this name? Why Louise Manor Wisp?
You needed a new identity, as Giratina speaks. You just needed a new one. I wanted you to be so far away, and just chose a name that just made the most sense. Or rather, the last name that was lingering within your thoughts.
The last name?
At this point, Magma Bomb looks over and just goes, "Look, if everyone's going to be too soft to say it, I'll just flat out say it. From what it sounds like by your little temper tantrum, you got annoyed at this kid with Mana Wisp as a last name, and next thing you know, you were complaining about her, and that's the reason you went off in a huff."
Huh? Then...
I turned to Puppet Giratina, I guess? Puppetina?
Puppetina.
Then...
Puppetina, that's a new one.
Yeah.
Then is Silverstone my real name? That's what you called me.
It is. Your real name is Katrina Silverstone.
Oh shit.
Does this trigger any memories for me?
I was actually about to ask you that. Roll a D20 for me, please.
Oh boy.
D20.
Oh boy, straight D20.
Yep, straight D20, and I need you to tell me the number while I get my notes on this.
12.
12?
12.
Such an odd number, isn't it? I know, it's an even number. Ah! Alright. 12.
Chris?
Oh boy! This was the one I didn't want to come up, but okay!
Ladies and
How's
gentlemen,
everyone enjoying this?
Why not make it one? Oh.
Because no matter which number I put it as, it was a chance.
I guess I hit a
Okay.
lucky number? Question mark?
Well, I guess we're spoiling this now then, I guess.
To quote Pymations, well, shit.
All right. No, it's the roll. I live with the roll. That's the role of the DM. I live with the roll, the same for you guys.
Okay.
angry power
So-
mini 12s tonight.
Okay. So, as this name comes into your mind, the rest of you close by see Louise just gasp as something clicks in her mind. To Louise, you see the image of yourself as a young 11-year-old girl in Four Tree City. You're dressed there in like a casual style clothing, you know, a nice t-shirt. It's got like a little cloud on it as well. The sort of a longish skirt on. And basically, it's like you're dressed in sort of like a summer style approach. You're there with a young girl in a purple dress. And she speaks to you. The only thing you get from the wording is just like, "Katrina, that was uncalled for. You know that's all for the sake of this. You know that they're just looking out for you." You respond back with, "Look, why does everyone think that's what I want to do? It's not my job. I can't follow them. That's not what I want to do." "But if you don't, then what are you going to do? You're going to make them upset. So what? They don't know what I am. They don't know anything." and you're seen rushing with her following behind you. Then, as you rush out towards the exit of Fortree, on your direction to the outside areas, to a little secluded place you had outside of Fortree, this small girl follows you from behind. And as she does, you suddenly hear the sound of snarling. And the last thing that comes into your mind is the sight of the small girl surrounded by a pack of Maniana. Then a loud scream is heard. And then everything fades to white. When it then comes through, you're seen there, your hands bloodied and holding what appeared to be the remains of your friend.
This shit got real.
Is that the end of the memory?
There's one more bit, actually.
All right.
And because of being the 12, I have to give the rest of this. As this happens, you are then seen taking the remains back to Fortree. When this happens, the young girl's parents instantly hit you. They are mortified at the fact that because of how you were, that it resulted in this. They didn't want anything to do with you and do the usual thing of blaming that they wished that it was you instead of them. Then you see the sight of two people, a man and a woman. They come rushing to you to cover things up for you, making sure you're not hit, covered by everyone ridiculing you in places, saying that it was your fault that you got led, that you led this poor young girl to her fate. Then the next thing seen is the sight of, if these two are gym leaders, how could they raise such a stupid, ignorant little brat? If this is your successor, then I have no need to say this delicately. You are pathetic as parents, and she is a pathetic human being! Then the sight comes before you as you suddenly see yourself on Mount Pyre. And the last thing you hear is you just mention one name. Louise. Forgive me. And you snap back to the realm which is here. And that's the end of the image.
For the whole time the memory was coming through, I've been holding my head in pain. Just in pain, as if I was struggling from a headache. And as it all comes back, my once blank expression goes through a mix of different emotions, but the primary one that's on the surface is just, it's shock, horror, anger, sorrow, and then I just scream.
Holly then.
Sorry, I can't black on for time.
Yeah, Holly was gonna walk up to Louise as well
Gamblar's gonna grab Louise, Katrina, whatever she's gonna end up being after this, and holding
Katrina.
her close. That you are not the one to make that decision. Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Okay.
Holly gently puts like a hand like on her shoulder and gently like and begins like trying her best to comfort her.
For a moment I'm just stuck in shock, body trembling, and then the moment I feel any physical contact, I just shove them both away from me.
Oh shit!
Gamblar is going to get close once again.
Louise, it's okay. We're here for you.
Don't touch me! Don't touch me! Get away from me! Get away from me! Get away!
Oh shit!
Okay.
Wow.
Louise.
Dell. I would like you to roll a D100 for me, please. 60 or higher. Oh, okay. Then we don't have to do this. Carry on.
Louise,
Okay.
whatever you saw, we can get through it, okay? We can help you.
No, you can't. No one can.
Gamblar is going to get in front of Louise and kneel down so that he's face to face with her. And in the most direct voice that he can actually speak in, goes, "Do you want to talk about it?"
I just look up at him. I'm just on the verge of a panic attack, tears streaming down my face.
Take deep breaths. Calm yourself down.
Take as much time as you need, okay?
Puppet, seeing all this, is going to literally just look and goes, I'm sorry. I didn't know this would happen. I'm sorry.
She's dead. She's dead. She's dead.
No, shh. It's okay.
Do you want to say who's dead?
I just say it. Louise is dead.
Gamblar's going to get a little bit closer to Louise. Everything? Are you all right?
There's just silence for a moment, and then I just no, I'm not. And then she just hugs him.
Gamblar's going to hold her close.
Holly's gonna hold both Kempler and I'm guessing Katrina now. Katrina close to her.
Yeah, Katrina's almost on.
Yeah, Momoko sees this and she's like, okay. So
It's okay.
and with that, she walks over to the group.
All right. I've just noticed Born Knight's been silent the entire time. What's Shixona doing in all of this?
Yeah, I've literally just had like zero input, like minimal, honestly. That's all. Just watching, observing.
I thought I'd at least ask.
Okay, I'll be right back. I gotta go see what the dogs are acting so crazy about.
Okay, you do that.
What's Arlen doing in all of this?
Stood there without a clue what to do.
Okay, as this happens, Cloudburst actually comes over and encases the group that are together in the cloud wings. It's got like it's trying to give the best hug it can as well.
Oh, so like that one scene with Togekiss like hugging Pikachu and Piplup, that one scene?
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's like that one, yeah. Literally, she just goes, now you see why we took those memories away from you. We didn't want you to live with this. And Giratina at this point just bursts through Puppet's voice and just goes, listen, I admit to one thing in all of this. I gave you that grant. And admittedly, it was for my own selfish game. And at that point, it looks over at Elizabeth, then looks over at Arlen, and then over at Holly. And looks over and just goes, the fact that there was some secrets either being hidden or shared that would cause such a friction, whether it was the past of someone put in the open or some evil outdoings, whether it was someone hiding how they've really felt over their comrades or their fears, looks over at Arlen, or people saying that they were hiding something precious that would be beneficial, looks over at Holly and then Sia. Every time there's been a negative emotion building, that was me gaining the strength. Because I need that strength myself for this world. For the record, this little shuppet here is just my vessel. My eyes and ears when I'm not around. He had nothing really to do with this. Truth be told, he was generally just someone curious by you and just wanted to stay with you.
Holly can still holding Katrina close to her, she gently I guess I'm guessing she couldn't really see because the cloudy.
Sorry.
I realized. She then pokes her head out you said that you were trying to get stronger for this world. What do you mean? What is your plan?
The plan that I have being a part of all this lot. Just as these lot are all here, gaining the strength of legendaries and chosen. That is the reason why I'm gaining all these. Every single time that Louise has felt that, well, Katrina, should I say, every time she had discovered something that reenacted some old memories of fear, hatred, or sadness, I could use that power to gain it to build within the distortion world, to repair the damage that time has gone since the previous Giratina had been taken. As the time went on, my powers within Louise managed to manifest me into an actual Giratina, but not to the exact strength as before. That's the reason why I'm still continuing with all of this.
Wait a minute. Elizabeth just kind of puts two and two together. So that form before you sent us here, when you were talking to us, was that...
That was me. Oh, sorry.
No, that was an unfinished question.
Oh, no worries. Yes, that was me gaining some of the powers back. And admittedly, it was my sort of benefit. And it looks over at Sia. It was just convenient that Sia showed up in order for me to help get this message across.
Oh, hey, Chris. There is a chance that I might, just pop out of the call. Weather is looking pretty bad here right now.
So you just let me know if anything happens, basically.
Yeah, if I suddenly leave the call, it's due
No
to
worries.
weather.
No worries, that's fine, dude. That's. Steve at this point just goes, admittedly, Puppet sort of communed with me as some kind to mention that you were around and that he was the next chosen. I felt it was best to bring you all here so you could hear this straight from the word's mouth, so to speak. And also to get my story in this too. Especially if I'm sticking around with you guys, but at that point Magma Bomb interjects and just goes, I still don't think you should be doing this. You're the next chosen. Do you not understand this? You and that walking little cloth over there. Do you not get it? And at that point, you are greeted with a very familiar sound. Where is it? Ah, here it is.
What?
Oh.
I think your mic cut out. You were doing
No,
it.
he did. I'm pretty sure he did it in the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
I heard it.
Oh.
A very familiar friend.
Deep blue.
Yay! Yay!
What the? Deep
You-
Blue?
You asked, and he's been there. He's been waiting the entire time. I've been waiting for the moment.
Oh my god!
So at this point, as he mentions this, all of a sudden that sound, and at that point, Brace almost bursting out of the island to the majority of the group, all but a little girl who joined back recently. A giant Waylord appears through the island and glances at everybody.
Oh, my head's going to hurt so much after this, isn't it? Holly says, like, resting her head on Campler's shoulder while she keeps hugging, because he's like, there's so much info.
Everybody needs a therapy Kemplar, apparently.
Oh. And at that point, he speaks up and just goes, sorry I'm a little late. I heard to... Wait, what? It's you guys!
Hey, Deep Blue!
Deep blue. Oh right, because you were the chosen of Koyoga.
Yeah, that's... Wait, what are you... Wait. Cloudburst! Magma Bomb! What are you two doing here? Cloudburst looks up and just goes, a certain situation? And looks up and glances at the sort of crying girl in the cloud and such, and he goes, oh. So it's come to that, has it now?
Why, you knew?
Of course I knew! That was mine.
I didn't know we got phone signals in a down.
Hey Louise, I discovered. Hey Louise, it's me, Rook. I discovered it.
Hey Louise, have you seen
Hello,
this TikTok?
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Nice. This is great.
Nah,
Anyway.
you're good. That was clever. I will give you that.
I'm glad. All right. So Deep Blue goes, yes, I did know, but we've all sworn to secrecy that we wouldn't do it. I know that was really bad against me, and for that I can truly apologize. But there was a reason that we all did that, and it looks like that reason has now sadly come to pass. Puppet looks over, just goes, yeah, the situation turned differently, and we couldn't hide it anymore. For better or worse. And Giratina breaks through and just goes, look, I just had to look. It had to have been done at this point. And Deep Blue just, fine. I only just came to check on all of this, but maybe it's best if we send them all back. They've had a bit too much here, but if anything, Magma, I can attest to one factor. I heard as I was coming in that you said that you were doubting these humans. Well, these humans are tougher than they look. They are? How so? They're not our size. They're not chosen by legendaries. They're not gained that power. They don't need that. Look at them. Look at that. And looks over as Cloudburst is just covering the group there. You see that? There is some unity between them. They know what they're doing with each other. I know what I said. Shut up. But the point I'm getting at is these humans know what they're doing. The least we can do is trust them. I mean, hey, we've all made our mistakes, have we not? And at that point, you see Magma just lower his head, like, yeah. And Deep Blue goes, look, I made my one. Look, I accidentally swallowed one of this lot here. Well, I say accidentally, more like she trespassed.
Hey! It was not intentional. I said that already.
But the point I'm trying to get is the fact that we've all made our mistakes. We've all done our reasons. The main thing right now is that they need their time to process this. Especially that one there.
Before we go, Holidan looks at like Katrina, Louise or Katrina, whoever you want to be called, just remember that you're our friend, and no matter what happened in the past, no matter what mistakes you've done, we will always be there for you, and we'll never ever leave you. You're our best friend, and we made a promise that we'll always be together. And I promise I will, no matter what, I will never leave any of you again. And whenever you are ready, Katrina, to talk about, whenever you feel like talking about what happened, know that we can just take it one step at a time, okay?
She just doesn't respond. She's just been eerily quiet for a while.
Momoko has something that she would like to say.
Go ahead.
She kneels down next to Louise, aka Katrina, and says this. She puts her hand on her shoulder first. Listen, if you don't want to talk about what happened, that's okay.
I just flinch away from her.
Oh.
Listen, we're your friends. No matter what you've done, no matter what happened, we're always going to be there for you. Because we're a team, and we all care.
I just, you know what? I use Lair on her.
Oh. Oh, okay. All right. So you're actually gonna okay. So Momoko,
Yeah.
as you're doing as you're giving these words, suddenly Louise just jolts in your direction, and you just have this stare straight back at you for. What is this? What's the proper emotion? Is the right way to go about this? Is this like a malicious thing? Is this a defense thing, or what's the right way to describe this, Del?
She's more on edge right now. She's very on edge right now. She's emotional and on edge right now.
What can
Okay.
be a good word? for
Lita's
this?
trying to get a little too close, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
She's not in a good mood.
And in
But
that,
remember, she's-
and with that, Momoko just takes her hand off of the shoulder and just slowly steps away.
Right. By the way, Heidi, what were you asking there about? Sort of, can something? What was that?
Oh no, I was just asking. Would contempt be a good word for that?
Maybe? I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, you're not wrong. Could be that. So at this point, Sia just goes, "Okay, I can tell that this is getting a bit tense. So yes, let's get you back. Just so you know." Puppet is still going to be his usual self, but Giratina will only be manifesting itself when it wants to. When you get back, Puppet won't even know anything of this. For now. But the rest of you, and looks over the rest of the group, please keep an eye on her.
Of course.
We will.
We'll do our best to look after her and make sure she's safe.
That's all. Sorry?
Holly then glances at Magmabomb. I know. I know that you might have been shocked to hear that me and Sia, I guess you could say, bonded. But just know that I made a promise to help Sia become strong, and I will do my very best.
As long as nothing bad happens to the Chosen of Kabalion, then I suppose there's no harm. But just know this. If anything happens to it, I swear, and you see the rocks beginning to shake.
I promise I won't let anything happen.
Aye. And Liz starts getting defensive over Holly and steps forward a little bit. Nobody messes with my Ollie.
Cloud.
Oh. Go ahead, Heidi.
I said, nobody messes with my Ollie. Leave her alone.
Make an intimidation check.
Oh, God!
All
Wait a minute,
right.
doesn't she have like 6d6 for this?
Intimidation does. Oh wait, here it is.
12 for 46.
Oh,
All right.
40s.
It just looks at Magma just looks at you and just sort of I'm just putting a warning. I'm not doing anything, but fine.
Well, there wasn't really much need to be threatening in that matter. To be fair.
With that,
squints at Liz again.
Honestly, it's fine. I know he's only looking out for his friend, right?
he just sort of walks back to his island and just looks at you. just this look of not even emotion, just stares.
Just deadpan.
Yeah, deadpan. That's the word.
I'll stop talking now.
Cloudburst looks down at you and just goes, "Pay him no mind. He's just doing his part to make sure that all legendaries get a chance to get revived and chosen. He's just doing his job. It's nothing personal against you. I hope
Shizona
it."
just shrugs. Sorry.
That's fine. No, it's fine.
I was just saying, Shixona just shrugs and just like, I wasn't paying him any mind.
Sia at this point just goes, "Well then, perhaps it's best if we get you back to your world, for the sake of nothing else going wrong. Plus, I think it'd be better if we sort this before he shows up.
Who?
Best not to ask, Holly. We better get out of here.
And how do we do that now?
Leave that to me. As Sia looks over and just goes, just pay him no mind. And at this point, Cloudburst just looks back and flies over all of you, just sort of giving a smile as she does so. Back to the island there.
Can I just say that I like Cloudburst?
I love Altaria.
She's a nice one.
I had to keep the theme of an Altaria. I had to. Plus, I thought it was an interesting contrast to watch as a nice, sweet, innocent Altaria just suddenly gets chosen by the demonic Rayquaza who just says, Kyogre, Groudon, shut up!
Just being like, shut up, or I'll put you in the corners for timeout.
Well, I imagine, like,
kind of
Altaria...
portrays Rayquaza as sort of a peacekeeper between the old ones, Kyogre
Well,
and Groudon. So
Originally, yeah.
I like to imagine, like, Altaria is like the nice, calm, patient mother. Meanwhile, Rayquaza's like the grumpy old granny. Otherwise, like, you two better shut up before I get the boot.
Shut up or I release the Draco Meteor!
Anyway, I will say, when Altaria kind of flew away, Holly kind of realized, like she kind of like to herself, she was like, "Oh, it was actually quite comfy."
And really, I just saw that.
Beware.
Beware, yeah. Beware.
The quiet ones are scary.
That is fair. And when the people go quiet and they're pissed, back away slow.
I would believe if I was told that whenever Beware hugs you, it'll kill you.
Yes, it does. It says that. It says that in the Pokédex entry.
Yep.
It actually says that Beware will kill you, doesn't it?
Yes.
It implies it heavily, yeah.
Yeah, it says when this Pokemon
It doesn't like kill, it kind of shatters your spine, which, 99% would probably kill you, but that 10% you might live with a very broken back and crippled. But hey, at least you're that 10%.
And at least you got a really,
wheelchair.
and at least you got a real good damn hug.
Yeah, you do.
Let me hug you and take.
You'll be in a back brace for a while, but yeah, you get a really good hug out of it.
Or you'll end up in a wheelchair. Either way.
Yeah.
They straight up say many trainers have left this world after the spines were washed.
Yeah.
Any who's and doodles.
So yes, it does straight up say that they die.
Essentially, yep.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Sia at this point looks over and just goes, to the rest of you, please keep an eye on her. And I'm sorry that it came to all of this. And I hope you don't think any less, at least, of, well, what needs to be done. And with that, you watch as Sia's black horn begins to glow, and with a swoosh, waving it around like a humongous gust of wind, all of you begin to feel yourself blown into the air, almost like as if a tornado just scooped you up. And then, in a few seconds, as you're there, either screaming, flailing, holding on, whatever you choose to be, you then suddenly find yourselves back in the room where you once were, in the exact same states where you were. And as that happens,
with Giratina in the corner.
No, Giratina's not in the corner. Oh, whoops! I almost forgot.
Yeah, that's
I forgot. I'm not on stream. I don't have to keep the map up.
Right.
But yeah, so at that point, you're all back in the room, as you are. With, well, in this scenario, with Shixona having a floating Magnemite above her head.
What on earth? I just kind of look up and I'm like, where did you come from?
Mag, mag, as it jumps up and down with delight.
Aww.
Liz just kind of looks over at Shixona half apologetically while smirking devilishly.
I noticed the look. I'm like, what is that for?
I don't mind Ion. He's a little playful thing.
Mag.
Oh, they're not the scaring type of playful or the destructive type of playful.
Oh, Templar better go chase after Louise.
Depends on your
Same.
mood.
Holly's on it. All right.
Holly, apparently.
All right. Well, let's take this one step at a time. So, first, Louise, what are you doing exactly? With the others chasing after you in a bit?
She's just heading out. She wants to be alone right now. She's not really paying attention to anything else. She's just quiet.
The Templar is like, I'm here to tell you right now. We don't
I'm
care.
here to tell you right now that you're not as fast as Kempla.
Yeah, Momoko walks out of the room and stops both Kemplar and Holly.
Oh, okay. So Momoko's gonna go there as well. There.
Yeah, she's stopping them because she wants to tell them that Louise wants to be by herself.
Does Momoko know that?
Momoko can sense that that's what she wants.
Okay. You know what? Just for the sake of this, Momoko, we have intuition, don't we?
We do.
Let me look.
Yeah, we do.
We should.
I think, yeah.
Okay.
And we
Okay.
do. And
Yep,
we
at the
do.
very bottom.
And intuition and perception.
Okay. Momoko.
Yeah, I have intuition.
Okay, Momoko, roll intuition for me. Might as well see if Momoko does sense this with what's going on. 3 4s and a 1. Wow, you got 4 in intuition. Not bad.
Well,
okay, I will say that you get the sense that you get the sense that Louise doesn't want to speak to anyone, and basically does want to speak to basically alone. But you're not sure if it's wise or not. You at least get the hunch that she wants to be alone. So it's up to you if you want to either interrupt the others going after or you're chasing after. I will say that's the concept of this.
Okay, well then she wants to stop Holly and Kemplar.
Okay, so Kemplar and Holly, as you're both going out of the room, all of a sudden, you're grabbed by Louise, by my Momoko.
Hey, guys, leave her alone for right now.
But I...
She needs, Holly, honey, I know that you want to help her, but she needs some time to herself right now. Just leave her be for right now, okay? Whenever
I
she's
can't
ready.
do that, Momoko.
What do you mean, Kemplar? What are you talking about?
I mean, I literally refuse to let her be by herself right now.
I'm really, like, we can't leave her alone. I know she probably wants to be left alone, but after everything that we've just listened to, she needs us. She needs a friend more than ever.
I'll go, Holly. Don't worry.
Will you be okay?
I'll be more than okay.
Okay.
Momoko, do you still hold on to Kemplar or do you let go of him?
If he's dead set on following Louise, aka Katrina, I let go of his shoulder.
And Kemplar is going to run after Louise again. Thank you, Momoko.
I just hope I didn't make a mistake.
Oh, Holly.
Oh,
And that is-
Momoko having regret. Oh.
Yeah. In this sense, what Momoko's doing right now is she's hugging Holly very gently.
oh,
Okay, that's fair enough. All right.
Holly she hugs Momoko back and just gently whispers this is such a mess.
I know it is. I know.
Meanwhile, back with the others, currently there is oh no, I just realized something here.
What? What did you realize?
So, as all this is going on here, I appreciate you saying that about Ion, because that was actually what I was getting at. Because Ion notices Pico and flies up to it.
Oh,
Snivy immediately gets defensive.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
The electric types.
This would remind me. This kind of reminds me of Sparks Fly for Magnemite.
Oh god, yes, that's right. The Magnemite that hounded Pikachu.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a Pikachu.
Oh my god, we can recreate the scene.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
I'll see you guys if you're doing that.
All right, so at this point, Ion is currently hovering around Pico, just flying around him in a big circle.
And Snivy just kind of like makes a little bit of a defensive stance.
I have a question to ask. Is Ion gonna blush for Pico like Magnemite did with Pikachu?
Give me a minute.
Genderless Pokemon is going to fall for the gender.
That's
The genderless
okay,
Pokemon, yes.
This is for me to know and you to find out.
Hey, Magnemite doesn't have a gender.
Yeah, he does.
Exactly. That's why I said genderless Pokemon falls for Pokemon with gender.
They can do.
Yeah.
All right, but yes. So right now, Ion just floats around sort of Pico for a good little bit. It stops, and then it looks down at Arlen and Shixona with sort of this confused look, like, Mag.
Snivy just kind of edges closer to Pico, just like, don't you touch him.
Oh.
Go on.
Snivy gets close to Pico, saying, "You touch him, you're dead."
Pretty much. I will vine with you into next week. That's what that said.
Snivy just like draws a vine across its throat or something.
It's basically just like, I will vine whip you into the wall. Do not test me.
I just want to flan.
Staring at those interactions, just like she doesn't understand why Snivy's getting so defensive over Pico, because she has not been there for any of the fucking interactions. So, for all she knows, this is just standard snootish Snivy behavior.
I just look over at Elizabeth, noticing the confusion. Yeah, Snivy's taking a real good shine to Pico.
Magnemite.
He really takes care of him and dotes on him.
Magnemite. Magnemite just begins jumping up and down.
It's like, you should have seen the sandcastle they built.
Oh no! Oh no! Tycho, no!
What?
Oh, sorry. Never mind. Sorry. I was hearing you speaking. I was like, "What's he gonna do? Is he gonna do it?"
No. Do what?
Don't say anything. Don't give him ideas.
I'm not.
I wasn't.
Yes.
Yes.
So,
I suppose it was the own explanation of where we were after the rest of you were wherever we were just now.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
As you say this, Ion floats over to Elizabeth and just flies above the head, going Magnemite.
Yes. Well, Elizabeth and I were, well, to put it simply, we were out catching Pokemon, and well, you already know who she found.
Magnemite.
And this is mine. Talks.
I know.
I knew it! So you throw it up, and so Arlen and Shixona, all of a sudden, you see before you. I'm hoping the sprite shows up.
Wait, what the?
Oh, it hasn't updated! Damn it!
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Give me a minute. I'll update that as you do this. You know what?
Elizabeth
twist,
is
plot
just
twist,
patting Ion on the head body thing.
There we go.
On the orb.
There it is.
Oh dear God!
Talks.
Jupiter. That's a thing.
Holly
immediately moves towards Pico and is just like, don't touch him, don't touch him, don't touch him, don't touch him.
I just want to say, like, Holly just suddenly like, I suddenly have a very bad feeling, like like a very posh, a posh, rich a trainer is going to scream any minute now. That's the type of feeling.
And now you wonder why I said, "Oh no."
Yeah, that's fair.
Who's laughing?
That would be me.
I
I can't help it. This is hysterical.
Oh, Jesus.
He's just looking at Arlen, wondering what he's freaking out about. Arlen?
Oh, wait a minute. I say, and I'm like, okay, he's not gonna get you. And Snivy moves over to stay closer to Pico.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay. Snivy won't even let it near you. Right, Snivy? She just nods and keeps staring down the dupe at her.
Wow.
Snivy!
Oh.
There we go.
Wow. Wow. Tough crowd. He says to Utux.
Dude? I just shrug. Jupiter!
Do tilts the head and then begins to walk towards sort of like what's going on.
Uh-oh.
Now do not...
Arlen?
No panicking. He is not going to harm any of you.
Oh.
Yeah, tell that to the fears. You okay there, Arlen?
Arlen.exe has stopped working.
Wait.
I just imagine this is the anime episode where it just ends with like Louise walking out upset as the journey continues. No! Arlen screaming.
God.
Wait. Can Holly hear all this commotion in the other room?
I mean, the door is busted open. I would say it's kind of hard not to.
Okay,
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
Well, come on, step on in.
Holly kind of just hears this and just glances with Mochi like next to her as well as like Sia, and she kind of like looks in the room and thinking, what's up?
Uh-oh.
She then gasps when she saw
Gasping a Jupiter, and then I just see Ion just coming down from the top of the door like, Magna.
Oh my god! A Magnemite and a Jupiter! Oh my gosh!
Ion looks down at Pikachu.
Bigger.
Uh-oh.
And
Caitlin!
Mhm.
As you are having this lovely part, you watch as Ion just hovers over Pikachu. It glances down as Mochi looks up. And you watch as Ion extends one of the magnets to it. And you just hear the Magna jumps up and down a bit. And Mochi just raises the tail and stabs it against there. You just switch the equivalent of an electric type high five.
Oh, that is cute.
Well, I'll be. I don't think I've ever seen Mochi take to a liking of any particular Pokemon.
By the way, that's what I rolled, by the way. I rolled on what the first impression was going to be.
oh, well.
You're lucky I rolled higher than a 15.
Oh no! What would it have been? What would it have been otherwise then, huh?
Ion would have done the equivalent of I'm going to hug Mochi the entire time and not let go.
Oh no!
How do you do that orange text, by the way?
Oh, in the chat there.
Yeah.
/me, and then you put asterisks at the forefront and behind of your sentence.
Yeah, okay. So /me.
Oh, alright. Well, I would say I think this has probably reached the stopping point, I think, at this, because I think we've pretty much hit the large bombshells on the head, I think.
Yeah, I think that's
Everything
maybe
above
trying to
been
take
detonated.
it away.
Wait, Holly doesn't know about Arlen yet. Like, she wants to like go and also say hello to Jupiter because it's so round. It's so cute.
So adorably pinchable. Look at its pinchable eyeballs.
He then looks at Arlen as she like just kind of like weirdly like pets the bubble before saying like, Arlen, are you okay? You look like you've seen a ghost.
More like
As
he's
Ivy
seen a
like
bug.
gently pushes Tux away just a bit with her vines.
More like he says to Holly, more like he has seen a bug.
Okay, really? I look over Tycho just
Not being
starting
the
me.
worst
Yes.
kept secret in the group. There's only one person who knows. Damn it.
Yeah, there's only one person who does know, and that's Kemplar.
Kemplar is the
No,
only
it's
person who
everybody.
knows.
Well, there was no ghost. There was no ghost Pokemon in the room. There was a bug
He
type.
can,
No,
you,
What's up?
Arlen can still technically
No,
pass
no.
over that he's in shock from
Yeah.
the whole bullshit that just happened,
Yeah,
and learning
Arlen.
that Louise is a zombie.
Yeah, Arlen, guile check. Arlen, guile check.
Oh God!
Not to nitpick, wouldn't it technically be focus trying to keep my composure?
Oh yeah. You can do focus to keep your composure, or guile so you can lie your way out of it.
Good. I'll take the worst
Yes,
off.
hot.
Oh shit!
Oh!
Well then.
I mean, nine's
Well-
not bad.
Fine.
Shixona, you see before you Arlen finally. You see the equivalent of Arlen just sat there and it's just like, yeah, I'm fine. Sweating bullets.
I just kind of put my hand on her shoulder. It's okay, buddy. It's okay.
Yes, Holly. The Dupida is mine.
Oh, he's so cute. And it's good to know that at least today wasn't all bad. At least we made some new friends.
Yes. But I really want to. But what I really want to know is where we all just went.
I think it's probably best if we just take a chill, and might ask Nurse Joy if there's a place where we can go for a cup of tea. I think I
Yeah.
do need that.
You know what? At this point, I would like that.
Yeah, I think we could all use a small break.
All right. Well, I think with this, this is probably a good stopping point, I would say.
It is.
So I think at this scenario, I would say that the rest of you guys managed to go visit Nurse Joy, let her know the entire of the situation, what's going on. I suppose the last thing is, do you tell her about the door?
Well, I'm the one that kicked it down, and I have
Oh
to bring.
shit! Yeah, that's gonna have to be paid for to be fixed.
Yeah, I'll be the one to tell her because I have to bring Death Nut down there for healing of the paralysis, anyways. So.
Ooh, that's point.
Yeah, I'll be the one to pay for it and tell her and all that.
Fair enough, then. All right, well, if you choose to do so, I think this is definitely where we wrap things up. So, my friends, that is all for today's episode of Pokeception Check. Well done, everybody. I'm sorry that there wasn't much for other people to communicate with. I apologize on that one.
No, this was a good session.
Yeah.
And I think this is definitely the moment where I think we should stop. So, with the large plot that has just been dumped on things, and as well as the celebratory part of Elizabeth catching a Magnemite and Tycho catching a Dupitor, we'll find out what's going to happen with the events that have just unfolded. Will the team be able to accept on the reality of where things are with Sia, Puppet, and even Louise? Or is it Katrina? We'll find out next time. And where will the adventure go from here? And what other secrets could be hiding in the walls? Well, you may have to tune in next time to find out that answer. Because, my friends, perceptions rolled low. I think it's time for us to go.
Dang it!
So,
What
Well,
happened?
What?
Meh.
What, Del?
Be over.
I think.
Oh, Del doesn't want it to be over.
I knew it.
Wait, what happened?
Del didn't want it to end.
Oh.
Yes! I have obtained another of the DM bingo card. Yes!
Wait, what's the bingo card?
It's
There-
best
there-
just not to
there
ask
is a-
tonight. Just leave it be.
There is a makeshift bingo card. I said to myself that if I ever did it with D&D sessions, I have 9 goals that I said to myself I would try to get happen in a D&D session. I am currently on 4.
Jesus Christ.
The first was end on a cliffhanger that gets my players like, God damn it. The second one was come up with a plot point that makes everyone, oh my god. That was the vicious dagger thing we had when we did Manu. Get my players to be scared of a reaction. That was you guys with Giratina. Get my players to cry, which was the whole thing when we had Elizabeth from the other, not Elizabeth, Ursula from the other campaign. And now I tick that off the bingo card, which is get one player to say, I wish it wouldn't end.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
You know, out of all
Chris?
those things on your bingo card, only one of them hasn't happened yet.
Oh no, those are the 5 that have been ticked off. I've still got 4 left.
I mean, I meant for this particular campaign.
Yeah, but
Oh,
To be
right.
fair, you
about
got me to
throughout
cry
both
as well during
campaigns.
It's still
Yeah,
counts.
both campaigns.
To be fair, Chris, you got me to cry with the whole thing with Seer being revealed to be Cobalian's chosen.
Yeah, well, it's fine. To be honest, the other bingo card, the other ones I've got on here, just for the heads up, I will only say one of them because it's a makeshift one. Get to the end of a campaign successfully.
Which we
Oh,
have.
that took me a while.
Working on it.
So that's one of them. I won't say the other 3 on this bingo card because if I do, you'll know that something of that context could be coming up.
Or we could try and avoid things as well. Like, no, don't let him get it.
Wait, get a player death in a Pokemon campaign? No, I don't know that one. Kidding.
Aw.
Oh,
You
No.
what, mate?
No, that's not on my bingo card. No matter what, it's simple.
Thank
If a death happens, it's pure happenstance. That's all it is.
Actually, we don't really need that to happen. I think Louise is already a zombie.
No.
Too soon.
No.
Look,
You're dead.
Pan
You are
him.
damn!
Pan him.
And well, before the
Thank you.
before,
I'll do one too. There.
So
Double.
before this, so before we end up with a death in this call, I suppose we'll wrap this up.
Yes.
So with that said, it's goodbye from Brownie. It's goodbye from Brownie, your dungeon master, and it's goodbye from Aeon.
I'm scared of bugs. What gives you idea?
From Heidi.
Farewell from the lair.
Oh, Eddie.
Heidi.
What?
Goodbye from Caitlin.
Yes,
Sorry.
I would like to book a therapy session at 12 o'clock. How many people? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. A few of us actually. Yeah, a good therapy session. And psychology. Yeah, that. Thank you.
Goodbye from Floof.
Bye.
Wow, when I get Floof to say bye. Goodbye from Night.
I ran out of ideas.
Goodbye from Night.
See ya.
Goodbye from Lena, if she's still here.
Sayonara, peoples.
She is
Oh,
here.
she
She came back from food.
Actually, I haven't gotten food yet. I was taking care of something, but I am gonna go get food. I just wanted to say my goodbye first.
Okay.
No worries. Goodbye from. I'm scared on who I should end this. You know what? I always end with him. So goodbye from Dell.
What?
Bye, everybody.
Fucking duck.
That was a duck. Who ducked?
The
Me.
fiance.
It's me.
Oh,
Yeah, it's one of the Discord soundboard things. Remember?
that's fine. Well, go get this. Thank you. Goodbye from Thean.
I gotta go, babe. I'll see you later.
What?
Well,
He modified?
Oh Jesus Christ!
No, we're not bringing Toad into this. Get Theum back.
I'm sorry, but your
The fact
trainer
that
is.
You got the entirely wrong reference. Disappoints me.
What was it?
Sure.
Oh, it was Gur.
He's not robotic enough. That's the problem.
Go for Invader Zim. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I loved it, you.
Oh.
Oh my god, Invader Zim was hilarious.
Yes, but with that, everyone, this is Brownie of the Joy Charge Gamers, signing off on Let's Roll Live Pokeception Check. Stay charged, and just remember, my friends, you best remember to roll high, because otherwise, it could be goodbye. Catch you all later, and I'll see you all next time.
Bye! Boy!